What's up, everybody? It is G. Scott for the weekly Facebook Live that happens every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. You can hear my show, KIRO Nights, right here on KIRO Radio from 7 to 10 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. I hope you guys are getting through all the Viaduct traffic and all that good stuff. Word is it's supposed to be done. The tunnel is supposed to be done on Monday. I doubt it. Anyways, we're going to do something new. We're going to call this Ask G. Scott every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So this is your opportunity to come in and pepper me, if you will, with some questions, anything you want to ask. Let's have a conversation. So instead of me coming up with topics, this is your chance. The listeners, the viewers, and all those that support KIRO Radio, for you can just jump in and ask G. Scott anything that you want. You want to talk about, well, let's be honest. Some of the biggest news right now is Howard Schultz. Here's my question now asked to you as you guys get ready to ask me questions. With Howard Schultz, is it ignorance or arrogance? That's the reason that we are seeing all of this. I think it's ignorance. There's no way in the world that Howard Schultz is this way. I believe you cannot create Starbucks, and being Starbucks for what it is, a wonderful, by the way, I'm a Starbucks fan every single day. You can't create Starbucks and be that arrogant. I just really don't believe that. It took him 13 years to essentially apologize to everybody here in the state of Washington and all Supersonic fans worldwide to apologize for selling the team in 2006. And he didn't even apologize. Buried that apology in a book, in a 300-page book, making us all pay $20 to see that apology. So I ask again, is it ignorance or is it arrogance? I gotta say ignorance, man. I've been a fan. I mean, the only decision that I haven't liked that Howard Schultz has made is selling the team. Other than that, I've been a fan of his. I don't know, so it kind of hurts my heart a little bit. Maybe I'm in the minority on that around in this area. Like, I really wish that he wouldn't be so tone deaf, because right now I really believe that he is. He's kind of being tone deaf. But anyway, this is your opportunity every 3 o'clock, Facebook Live. We're going to do an Ask G. Scott. This is your opportunity to ask me anything that you want, and I'm going to try to do my best to answer all of your questions. Simeona, what we got, man?
So, question about Howard Schultz. Who benefits the most from Howard Schultz running as an independent?
Okay, well, the Republican candidate would benefit the most. We've had one independent president, George Washington. You guys remember that guy, the first and only independent president of the United States. When you run as an independent, you're already in the hole. Essentially, 70% of all votes go where? They go to either the Republican side or the Democratic side, period. Like, you're not going to win as an independent. That's just that. And it's, you know, I feel like the independent part is you're straddling the fence. Pick a side. As a matter of fact, I think there's a rally that's going to be happening tomorrow. And I think the rally, what is it called? There's a protest that's going on. He's going to be speaking at the Moore. I think it's called Pick a Side. That's crazy. So, yeah, come on, Howard Schultz. You got to pick a side, man. So it benefits the Republicans.
A comment from Isabel here says, the American people can only profit from an independent candidate. The two parties are both on extreme ends. If the Reds win, the majority of this country won't be represented, and the same goes for the Blues.
Great comment right there on what's going on, because right now politics is something. It's not, if you will, today's politics isn't boring like it used to be, right? It didn't used to be. Remember the old saying, like, hey, we're at the dinner table, you don't discuss politics and religion, you don't discuss those things. Now we're all just blatant with it. We don't have a problem. We have no problem saying the people on the right, the people on the left. Politics is making money. A lot of people in the media, everybody's just making cash money off of the not so boring entertainment of politics. I mean, let me ask you this. How much CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC are you watching? Probably more today than you ever have. I'll admit it. I have. I know that's for sure. So it's a big business when it comes to that. What else we got, brother?
So what percentage of the vote do you think Howard Schultz would get in the state of Washington?
Woo! I would say he would get probably less than 10%. of the vote in this town. I mean, I would really like I wonder if Howard Schultz is really, truly going to run for president, or is this all a ploy for his new book? Because he is going to be doing book tours, right? Like his new book has come out. What a way! Like, how can the rest of the United States find out who Howard Schultz is? I had somebody the other day say, everybody knows who Howard Schultz is. No, they don't. They might know who Starbucks is, but they might not know who Howard Schultz is. For example, do you know the owner of Dunkin' Donuts? Exactly. So maybe us here in Washington know who he is, but not outside of here. What's a great way for those outside here to know who Howard Schultz is? How about everybody across the country finds out about how much the state of Washington hates Howard Schultz? That'd be a good way of finding it out.
All right, switching subjects. So Rachel reported this story yesterday that PCC Groceries are moving all their self-checkout kiosks. The question here is, do you even use self-checkout, and will you be sad if they get rid of them at other stores?
I can't stand self-checkout. It is the worst. Here's why. Has there ever a time that you're going to check things out and it's like, oh, beep, ask an attendant, and you're like, can I get help? Plus, it's the worst when you have produce and you're trying to get the produce and you got to look it up and everything. You know what? How about this? Let's get rid of the self-checkout. Have a few for those that want to do it. I'll rather just go through the line, but don't just have one checker. See, that'd be the problem. Y'all be having 10 self-checkout lanes and then one regular checker lane, and so a lot of us are lined up in that. Come on now, open it up. Let's get some extra checkout counters and everything, and then I'll be fine with that. So I'm all for PCC. I think it's smart. Here's why. Number one reason is it's a sense of community, right? That's what grocery stores are about. It's about community. It's about habit. It's about knowing who your checkout. I mean, that's how it used to be. Back in the day, I know when you used to have to, when we didn't pump our own gas, I remember my gas station attendant, coolest dude in the world. Used to always give my mama her paper. Used to clean our windows. Used to ask me how school was. Everything. Let's get back to that. That's the problem. We don't know our neighbors. We're so evil. And no, we're not evil, but you get what I mean. We don't have a sense of community. So I'm all about that.
All right. Question here from Steve Pollock. Rams or Patriots?
Rams. Even though the Rams should not be in the Super Bowl. There is no way in the world that the Rams should be in the Super Bowl. They lost that non-call, that pass interference that should have been called in the NFC Championship game against the Saints. They should be there. However, I think the Rams' D-line is going to be too much for the Patriots. And I got to tell you, here's the thing that really sucks. Like, I don't want the Patriots to win. I don't want the Rams to win. Am I the only one that's like at this Super Bowl? I'm just like, ugh. Like, I don't like the Super Bowl. Like, whoever the winner's going to be, I'm going to be like, whatever. I would have loved to have Breeze in the Super Bowl. That would have been great. I would have loved to have Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. That would have been great. I would have loved to have had the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. That would have been fantastic.
Question here from a guy named Stock Car Scott.
Okay.
Why can't Seattle sportscasters accept racing is a sport and report on it accordingly? Since his name is Stock Car Scott, I'm assuming auto racing.
Fair enough. Here's what I've learned about covering sports, and especially when I was in sports radio. People, we fans, we decide what the content is. For an example, right now, football is king. 53.9 million people watch the game with the Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. 53.9 million. That's more than the Baseball World Series, NBA basketball finals combined. So when you have that type of viewership, that's what folks want to put on. Now, as far as NASCAR, don't get me wrong. Amazing events. Fun. When you're there, I don't think you can get that same experience watching it from TV. Ask the ratings. Ratings tell everything. So, if they had NASCAR around here, I'd go. NASCAR's fun. Bunch of events. Just like the Kentucky Derby. Fun. All that kind of good stuff. Hey, I ain't hating on racing.
All right, we'll do a last question here. So there's obviously a controversial cookie that came out of an Edmonds bakery. The question is, does he deserve all the heat that is coming towards him?
Hey, here's my thing about the guy in Edmonds that has the cookie. You wanted to build the wall. That was your choice. You have a freedom of speech, right? Can you do it? Sure. Should you do it? It's up to you, right? Like, I think we need to get to the point where if you are a business and how you choose to do your business, if you want to discriminate or if you want to antagonize or if you want to have some type of thing said towards someone where you offend, as a business, that's on you. I wouldn't advise for it because that's something that can last forever. It's hard enough in 2019 to capture somebody's dollar. Let me ask you, when you spend your money, why do you spend your money at some of those places? Probably because you feel good about some of the places in which you're spending your money. That's all. So if you're a business and you are like the one down in Auburn, the Bourbon Jacks, who decides that they want to make everybody stand for the anthem when you're in their bar, go for it. That's on you. By the way, I've always wanted to know this. Have you ever wondered why the national anthem is played before sporting events? Don't give me the answer, well, that's always how it's been done. No. I want to know what will be the reason why the national anthem is played before sporting events. High school, youth sports, all over. Those type of things. It was just one of those things I was thinking. By the way, yes, I stand for the flag. Father, military, veteran, Vietnam War, all that. So outside of that, Simeon, we got anything else?
The last thing here, going back to Howard Schultz, what would you think the reaction to his candidacy would be if he ran as a Democrat as opposed to potentially as an independent?
Well, it would have been a lot better. It would have been a lot better. By the way, a lot of the sting that I think that Howard Schultz is getting right now, the usual suspects, those that I see, conservative friends of mine and everything, they have not said a word about Howard Schultz, which kind of lets me know that they're like, hey, Howard, go ahead and run. But if he would have ran as a Democrat, I think some of the sting kind of would have been taken off, and I'm sure Republicans would have been taking their shots at him, because I definitely believe that outside of the he sold the team, he sold the Sonics hate, there's a lot of sting that's coming from the Democrats, and it would have been made a better deal if he would have gone on the Democratic side. But he chose not to. He chose to want to straddle the fence. Now he's got to pay. All right. Hey, that's my time. Next week, 3 o'clock, Ask G. Scott. We do this Facebook Live. Have a great Wednesday. Talk to you.